everybody, this is Marjorie. I was going to tell you the day about our wee day trip, right? Now there's 4 years, right? And I caused the Golden Girls. Remember the Golden Girls, the American telly programme? Well, I caused the Golden Girls because, well, you know Dorothy, you know, the big tall one, right? Well, I call myself, you know, no, my cousin Dorothy, Dorothy for the Golden Girls, right? So I'm like Dorothy because I'm straight talking, say it as it is. My neighbour, you know, my neighbour Marianne, well, she's a wee bit simple and she havers, she always havers a wee bit, so she's like the Rose, you know, the Rose of the Golden Girls. Now then there's Marianne's cousin Delilah. Now, I'm not being bad, but she's a wee bit of a floozy, right? You know, she lives in Holytown, right? And, well, all I can say is everybody in Holytown's had a show, right? So, and then there's my mother. Now, she's got no filter. They say that's where I get it from, but my mother has no filter. I never ken what's going to come out of her mouth. And see, she's dead crabbit. See if she doesn't get her toast at the right time in the right, you know, in the morning. By a certain time, she gets dead crabbit. So I always need to make sure she gets her wee bit of toast. So, one day, right, the Golden Girls, the 4 years, we decide we'll go to Moffat. And I says, I've not been to Moffat for ages. Quite like Peebles. We quite like going to Peebles. But Moffat's a wee bit further. So we decide this day we'll go to Mother. I was going to say Motherwell there, that's the opposite direction. Moffat. So we decide we're going to Moffat. And, well, me and my mother, we like all the wee shops, you know, the card shops and all the wee knicky-knackies and all that stuff. Well, Marianne, she likes tea shops. She likes a cake, does Marianne. So she's wandering about looking for a tea room. And, well, Delilah's just on the middle of the street. I mean, she's like a dog on heat. So, you know, we never ken what she's up to. Anyway, we're walking along and there's Delilah. We find Delilah eventually. She's sitting on this summer seat, right? And she keeps flicking her legs back. She keeps crossing her legs one way and another. I think she thought she was Sharon Stone for that film. I says, you're more like Kenny Everett. You may want to shave your legs if you're going to be showing them off. Was it dead hairy? She's like a wee monkey. It's Delilah. So, that was that. Now, then she's flirting with this policeman, right, and she's giving him all the chat, and she's going, oh yes, officer, oh yes, no, officer, yes, officer, no, officer. I was like, Marianne, that's a traffic warden, that's not a policeman. And he says, I'm going to have to book you because you've not got a ticket. I says, I have so got a ticket. I bought a ticket when I got here, it's in my handbag. He says, well, it's not very good in your handbag. He says, you have to display it on your window. I says, well, I'm sorry, but I was distracted, right, by a man in a tartan hat riding a llama when I got out of the motor. And he went, what? You know, Marianne turns to me and goes, a man in a tartan hat wearing, you know, riding a llama. I says, it was the first thing that came into my head, Marianne. Could you come up with something better? So anyway, I showed him the ticket and that was fine. What a stramash. And then he says, right, are we all done, ladies? Have we seen everything we want to see? And Marianne, she had this wee boxy sweeties and she had 4 donuts and, well, Delilah's lying about like an old floozy. And I was like, oh, I got some lovely wee cards and some knickknacks and I got a wee ornament. It was lovely, a wee paperweight, shaped in the shape of Jimmy Tarbuck. I says, oh, that's lovely, that's quite original. I'll put that on my mantelpiece. So we're heading back to the motor. And this cake shop, right, there was this beautiful cake shop. What was it called? Celebratory cakes. Now, this window display was beautiful. And there was a wee tea room at the back. And I says, Marianne says, will we go for a cup of tea and a cake before we go home? I says, how many cakes and cups of tea do we have to have? I mean, honest to God. So, there's this huge wedding cake, right, in the corner of the window. And, I mean, I'm talking huge. I would have put Princess Diana's wedding cake to shame. And I started thinking about the last wedding I had been at, right? And I says to the lassies, oh, see the last wedding I was at? Every single person was greeting. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. Everybody was greeting. Even the cake was emotional, you know? I said, even the cake was in tears. Honest to God, you think she owned the place?